going to come through. Exactly what you mentioned here. Ash Braum for the bottom lane and Ezreal in the mid lane.
Do quite like this. We've seen these 80 mid picks come up. The obvious downside is that
no, he's actually trying to use the vision against him, and there's the flash and a pull bay, but he is Ezreal. It might not matter though, as the chains will connect, and Lucid will help.
Just outside of the vision of that ward in the river as
King is dead here. The only question is, does he get Morgan? As he got to hit a stun, and there's the flash, and maybe now he's not dead actually, as he is on the run down the river, but the slow does come in. And Morgan kind of blocks Youngjae a little bit. Flash comes in, and there is the flash from Youngjae.
Polo is going to spot him here. I don't know if he alone can do enough, though. I think, yeah, with Kellen coming over as well, I don't think Polo has the damage. Also gone for a more defensive summoner set, so he might actually be in trouble here.
Wait, is he just going to die now? As you see Lucid, he wants to get the dragon first, but now Polo's just dead?
Yes, sir.
No, he's going to jump over.
As obviously Brand does a great job at clearing these very quickly. But I think he might have been able to kill Morgan well, because Youngjae doesn't have that much ability haste yet, right? So like he's actually going to take a good amount of time before he actually has damage after you flash. The initial combo could have been an angle for King to at least trade 1-for-1. Not going to be a case. Not the end of the world. He had TP still, so he was able to make his way back.
Just the combo to come out. As Envy, though, does have his arrow. There it is, the hit on Kellen, who does not have his flash, and now he's in a lot of trouble. Down he will go, as Envy will pick up the free kill.
The best of times here on this Brion roster as doing oh, Youngjae.
Yeah, King and no flash, and Morgan's got his, and you do see a little bit of counter synergy, but it is just fine, as Kingen just going to go down. Youngjae throws the ult in.
This Ezreal. So, going to see more pressure levy towards the bot side, but there's grubs now going to be taken as well. And I do think that it's very telling that despite everything that's happened top lane, Kingen is still up 10 CS. And I would love a dive on aiming here.
Yeah, and as you mentioned before, it's a lot of burst damage. Even the Kai'Sa's going to build AP. Yeah. And still, we want to see the the Sword Pen. As Envy, maybe he needs Merc Treads as well, as he's going to be chunked out by the LeBlanc already.
But they got Herald. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah. Rayon.
Bro had the lead. Get the objectives. Do stuff. Now they are going to get the bot turret because of this, right?
It's a good goal trade. And maybe they want to prioritize dragons, which I would be okay with, as long as they get it. This
Herald in mid as well. Trying to go for a play on this one. Now Pulve is here, but the ult is going to be thrown into the Braum as they dogpile in, and it's Showmaker to get the dragon. As
Showmaker completely running over Pulbe, who just keeps walking back into lane and then getting completely crushed, and they opted into this matchup, right? And it doesn't seem to really be working out.
Nice try, but it doesn't matter. They've gotten Alistair, and the Brand ult is doing a ton of damage to everybody on that front line. This is what I was expecting. Actually, a lot of cinders. He seems to know, but is going to miss the Q. And now they're about to be flanked by an Alistair over the wall. And look at Pulbe, or rather, Showmaker to get to that backline. Immediately just going to assassinate Envy. Down he goes. No AD carries left over, and the flank comes in. Might just be a clean ace here, as in goes aiming, looking for it, as he will be the one guy to go down. But everybody on the side of Bro does perish.
A ton of damage here. Envy just, he's just 100-0, right? Like, even if they don't actually get that knockup from the Alistair, I think the fight is already won with Envy going down right from the get-go. Just, you gotta check your corners. Corners not a, and they even, like, that's the worst part. It's like, Polo's like, wait, I gotta
Bro are going to get one individual Infernal Drake here. That's because DK went after the fight directly to Baron and had to back immediately after. So Bro do get a consolation prize, but at least it's somewhat relevant as a consolation prize. Unfortunately for them, they are losing a lot of their base. A lot of structures are falling. We saw a TP to the bottom lane from Pulbe, and then DK just pushed the top lane and the mid lane. Or at least they're attempting to push the mid lane. I mean, he was doing it with one.
Way back.
Now, yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. I think the issue with Pulbe,
he still doesn't have his Muramana.
Man, I'm getting concerned about what's happening in front of me. Showmaker found an insane amount of pressure in the lane.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I like the idea behind the Ezreal. I was a little bit worried because I feel like 80 mids into LeBlanc is very important state for Brion. I don't think it's going to change.
Yep. Flash comes in. Pulbe is 100% dead. Nothing he can do here, just way too far up the lane. No vision lead in the lane, and it just never mattered.
Oh,
because,
God.
yeah, this is getting rough, as now he's going to be hit by the Q of the Sejuani. He does have a wall in front of him, but Showmaker hasn't even joined the fight yet. It's now, look at the damage, it's just disgusting. Close your eyes again, as in goes aiming, waits for the perfect moment. It is a triple kill for Showmaker, trying to pick up the Penta, and aiming says no for some reason. And I think Pulbe would have denied it anyway. He's going to be able to Arcane Shift away. And, well, he might go down anyway. In goes aiming. It is the full house. Showmaker kills, full of aiming kills. And that's going to do it for this game. 30 minutes in, DK pulled the trigger on another fight here in the mid lane. And will end it for their first victory against Bro in the best of 3.
Bot lane struggled a little bit. Kingen got ganked a few times, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. That kind of confirms it.
Yeah.
Ezreal Karma here for aiming in Kellen.
It's not going to be Ziggs Karma. I'll tell you that. I really don't think so, at least. Yeah, should be Ezreal Karma.
Even if they don't take damage, you know, they need to walk off. And, yeah, oh, man. At some point, they're just going to rotate Showmaker over, and he's going to get this bot lane turret.
Oh, yeah. They absolutely should. Youngjae is, but Morgan is going to drop a ward. And now we got an engage on the bottom side here. Kellen in a little bit of trouble, but Palu maybe in more, as 1Q is going to line it up, and Kellen, oh, the long-range ult from Youngjae does knock him down. He's TPing mid. And the True Shot Barrage is going to hit 2 people here. They're really trying to get on top of Lucid, who does flash away. But the Steal of the Dragon comes in. Kingen is here. Lucid's still low, but MV is isolated by himself in the backline. Now Morgan going to TP into this play himself, but he is 1v4. And he will swiftly be traded back. Eventually, they give the kill over to Showmaker, who now has 2 kills under his belt.
What? Really? Showmaker does have big Ziggs energy.
He does,
like,
yeah. Earlier lead.
Yeah. Well,
Now, it looks like aiming's going to get the turret anyway, because everybody went mid on the side of Bro and or top. So Kingen is very dead, absolutely 100% super dead, as 3 people will isolate and kill him. And aiming was given a free lane in the bottom side, so at least he got the turret.
Yeah, but they could have gotten both. And you know what? Maybe
they could have.
They will win.
But you know what? They're going to get 2 plates. And now they're getting even more kills on Apollo, who's having a rough time in this one. They can absolutely get this turret. If Showmaker has satchel cooldown, aiming...
He just used it.
They don't... Yeah. I guess if he had it, they could have just tanked the turret and gotten it low enough. But instead, Morgan also going to get a free, full turret, rather, of plates in the top side before 14 minutes. There it goes.
Those 10 seconds, Veldas.
This is one way to deal with poke comps, is to find a really good flank. Now he's going to be spotted. TP is coming in, and Karis not going to find the divide. Finally gets in there and divides the Maokai. Showmaker, though, is isolated and killed. Down he will go, but the roots are coming down here onto Karis, who will have to back away as Morgan taken for a little walk by the Karma. As you see, they're trying to take this 4v5. Morgan is isolated and taken down. As
20 seconds, Cloud Drake's going to come through. A lot of good dragons that are still available here at Manamune Spike, and I like this aggressiveness from Breon, but it's going to be about the fight. The dragon is going to be gone.
Yeah, Youngjae goes in trying to steal the Drake, but instead nearly dies. In goes Envy into 5 people. Is doing a lot of damage here to aiming, but eventually he gets taken out as a very optimistic play, I would say, from Envy. And the rest of the team is now just being run off here. As Morgan's super low, Youngjae looks like he will get away, but can't say the same about the Croc, as they have ample amounts of CC, even the Gnar into the wall, just for good measure. As aiming picks up his 4th kill, and Showmaker gets 2 of his own to match it. DK are running away with this game.
Slowly looking worse and worse here. Veldas, not a whole lot. Drake, but I don't think we're going to be seeing the soul in this one, Veldas. Paulo caught between Ziggs and Nara. I don't think he's getting out.
No, he will not. Down he goes. He just accepts his fate. No need to flash there, as he does take his 5th death in this game. Not going too well for him here. And Steve plus Kia, you know, they don't have the Baron, but it feels like they do with the amount of map pressure that they have. And they're just utilizing their lead here to get the Ziggs into a position to do an insane amount of damage to the turrets. They will be taking out this turret, and they don't even need the satchel to do so. Down it will go, and that is
cheese yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, well, I ate leftovers this morning.
Oh, okay.
That was great.
Meta nowadays, just everywhere, not just in the bottom lane. Showmaker maybe waking up early, watching some meat, and by insanely strong.
Aiming is just...
Yeah, wait. Yeah, so this is the turn I was talking about, I guess. Their ability to just poke them down before they even get there. They're not even there. They can't even get to the Baron. The Morgan's here. Okay, he's going to try to turn onto aiming, and now we've got a lot of damage on aiming. He's in a bit of trouble. Kellen also is very low, but aiming is going to survive. They can't even take down the Ezreal, as Kellen is going to be the one guy who goes down. Everybody's chasing an Ezreal while Morgan dies in mid. And so it was a very messy fight, but Deepless Kia come out ahead anyway.
I gotta say, that's a win for Breon. Can't believe I'm saying this.
I guess so. I guess so.
Yeah, aiming already getting everyone to that. Like, that's not even necessary. It's a bit gratuitous, you know? Like, they were already gonna take that match.
Yeah. Well, Lucid's
maybe dead.
He's got Flash.
Nah.
I think he's just gonna not use it. There's the passive.
Phase rush.
Taking a bunch of damage. He's just running away.
Oh, he has the flash.
And here comes Youngjae. The flash away from Youngjae, and he's gonna get away. Meanwhile, give us that heavy-hitting analysis.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna do it as a joke. DK Arma.
Yeah, well,
at the ready.
Youngjae is on the flank, and no cleanse available. That's a lot of damage. There's 2 carries from Bro who are here. Surely you can kill aiming, right? Okay, they finally got him. And now Karis is probably going to die for it. He does have Flash, and Paulo's nearby. I don't think Lucid can kill him alone, although he is trying. And there's the Flash eventually.
Wow,
and you know what?
Pingen?
Pingen's just in the base, and I guess Lucid's just going to run down Karis? Is anybody going to help him? No. The answer is no. Pingen's going to kill him, as Kingen does eventually go down to Morgan here. And now Morgan might meet the same fate. Lucid getting so much value, by the way, out of his passive here, just healing insane amounts in this game. And, well, Youngjae, not very long for this world himself, although he is going to dodge the rest of it, and he will be totally fine.
Yeah, he's able to make it out. Doesn't have Warmux yet, but is on his fountain, so not going to be too worried. They keep the base alive, but at what cost, Valdez? I can't believe it's this close. As Lucid is playing Arena. Like, this is not a Summoner's Rift Maokai.
He feels like he's playing Earth. Like, he has cooldowns forever. He just keeps rooting them.
Oh, yeah.
He has learned the ways of Maokai, I guess. Well, at least in games where he's allowed to do whatever he wants.
Yeah, Breon, I don't think is a worthy opponent for Lucid Maokai.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, third inhib's gonna fall, and the Nexus soon to follow, Valdez.
The Nexus looks like it is not very long for this world here. In game number 2, Lucid gonna throw out an ult, just try to zone them away. Karis once again not able to do much, takes his Ziggs bomb and a True Shot Barrage to the face. Is gonna heal up in the fountain. Maybe an angle, but Redemption is online now for Kellen, you would imagine. Suppose there's a chance that Lucid got it, but I doubt it. And they are holding on to their base. You know, they do have Azir. They've gotten Azir turret, and Youngjae nearly dies to the Ezreal. And here comes Morgan on the flank. They found aiming once again, but the shields are many. And Envy rather is going to fall as he does go to the back line, tries to assassinate aiming, who will not be assassinated, he says. And DK just going to win this game number 2. Youngjae gonna throw one out. He actually does hit aiming, funnily enough. But I don't think aiming's falling in this game once again. The Gnar comes in, aiming, just gonna flash away from Karis, who has no chance. Down goes Youngjae, and Morgan may be the lucky one here. Or is he? As he eats a Ziggs bomb, and down he goes at the very end, and down will go the Nexus. GG, DK gonna take the 2-0 tonight.
Both players had to vote boom boom damage there. It's a lot of boom boom. It is a lot of boom boom.
Aiming's early game was really good, and he was under a lot of pressure here as well. Like, Youngjae did surf the bottom lane quite heavily during the early parts of the game in the bottom lane there, but I do think that a lot of the game that we saw here was aiming just kiting back and doing massive amounts of damage, picking Paulo on the top side, poking when they were doing Baron, just putting everyone at like half health before the fight even starts, getting out here with a nice flash. These types of plays I thought were really individually strong for aiming, and when you have this much money, you got to play well, and he did.
Yeah, he was definitely the guy that they were leaning on. A few votes going over to Lucid. Myself and, I mean, obviously Chronicler was always going to, but VNcast there alongside us. I'm surprised there weren't more, to be perfectly honest, because I felt like, Aiming did actually aim some shots this time around, but I think that like the peeling done by Lucid was phenomenal this game.
Yeah, VNcast loves their bot lane votes still going.
I know, maybe they actually heard us throwing shade and are like, well, we can't vote for bot lane ever again.
Yeah, even when it's a clear win, even when media gets it all right. Well, standing by with the interview right now is Deer. Deer, take it away.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Deer for the POG interview translation, joined by Showmaker and Aiming on the side of D plus Kia, who just took a clean 2-0 victory over OK Savings Bank Brion. Congratulations! Thank you! Showmaker, you get to finish round 1 with a victory. How do you feel? No, I'm really happy that I'm able to finish off strong, and I really want to do well in round 2. And Aiming, and you finally got the POG you've been longing for. You've won the Gold King Award many times, but this is your first POG, so how do you feel? First of all, it feels great to get POG. And honestly, I really wanted a Gold King this week, or this past week, so what a shame. And Showmaker, in Game 1, you took your comfort pick, LeBlanc, and banned 4 mid-champions. So what was the meaning behind this? Pobe happens to be a really good player, and I really wanted to focus on the mid lane. So that really made it easier for me to play. And yeah, bro actually flex-picked Ezreal mid and kept playing mind games afterwards with some potential swaps. So did you expect to play against a mid Ezreal? To be honest, I really like the mid Ezreal pick, so I'm always wary of that pick. And I've always thought that I wanted to play him, but and I feel like Polbe did a really good job playing Ezreal. And so, what is the Ezreal-LeBlanc matchup like? So Ezreal is really strong early game. So LeBlanc is doesn't have the upper hand at first, but I feel like my teammates supported me so well throughout the game that made it easier for me. So Aiming, with the swap, you played Kai'Sa against Ashe and Braum. So did they give you trouble at all? With Ezreal, I really thought that they were going to play Ezreal mid. I had forgotten about it, but with the Ashe, I told myself as long as I'm able to farm CS really well during the laning phase, that I would be in a good place. And Showmaker, in Game 1, you kept taking lots of resources, and compared to how you usually let your teammates take them, was hogging these resources in Game 1 a better decision strategically? To be honest, I just had a lot of leisure to take these resources based on what was going on in the map. So that's why. So let's take a look at this next replay where the funneling of the LeBlanc really paid off. So what did you see here? So Kellen was actually positioned really well, and we had a really good Gnar Rage Bar. So I think we really wanted to take the risk and open up the teamfight here. It's just that the support and our top had such great positioning, and we knew that we would win 100%. And Aiming, in Game 2, it looks like for your R5 pick, you guys were stuck on picking your support, and then we noticed your Karma pick. So can you walk us through the drafting phase? So yeah, because we were able to see the enemy's comp, we were just really contemplating on which pick we should go for. We were really high in confidence, so I think Kellen was just feeling really confident with Karma, so we went with that. So Aiming, this was your first Ezreal game of the year, so how was playing him on stage for after a long time? Ezreal is so fun to play. I really want to play Ezreal on stage more often, and I believe that I am the best Ezreal. So yeah, honestly, you can expect me to play him a lot more in the future, so all the other teams out there, they better watch out. And in Game 2, Showmaker Mick Ziggs made a return after 1,491 days. And he was played in other regions, but it's been forever in the LCK, so what made you pick him? You know, since last year, I've really wanted to play Ziggs. And I noticed that APA in the other region, he really plays Ziggs very often. And even though Ziggs didn't really look very good, he made Ziggs look so good. And I've been really just waiting for this moment to pick Ziggs. So you got some inspiration from APA? Yeah, honestly, there's really no other way that I can utilize Ziggs most of the time. So yeah, I definitely got some inspiration. And let's take a look at the next replay. Were you sure that you're going to survive here, Amy? Honestly, we noticed that the enemy's positioning was that they're really crowded and they're also surrounded by our team. So I believe that as long as I can survive, that my team would be able to clean up. And Showmaker, you really channeled your inner Ziggs and became Ziggs himself. Let's take a look at this replay. It was right at this moment. Do you want to do a Ziggs impression for us again? Where'd that bomb go? And also, at the very end of the game, you were doing his impression. Would you like to reenact it in front of your fans? Where'd that bomb go? What a perfect impression. And so the day after tomorrow, July 19th, will be Kingan's 6th year anniversary. Would you like to congratulate him? Congratulations! And Aiming, you know, you've been around for a very long time. I'm looking forward to seeing how long you go. You mean to say to play with you for a long time, right? Yep. I want him to play with me for a long time. And as your first opponent of round 2, you will meet Genji again. What is your resolution? The match day against Genji will be my birthday. And last year, Keen and Lehans asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I said, you know, I want to win for my birthday. And so this time around, again, I would like a victory as my birthday gift. And Showmaker, I'm sure you really want to get your revenge this time for good. So anything you'd like to say? Well, first of all, my birthday is coming up as well, and I really want a victory against Genji for my birthday gift. And I don't know how long it's going to take, but I really want to win. I really want to get this win. And I'm coming to get you, Canyon. And that's the end of the interview from Showmaker and Aiming, and back to the space. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear. Yeah. As love hearing Showmaker give the shout.